We're here to hopefully give you folks some information that will help you in the farming community and to better your life and your situation on the farm. Jason, you're not live here. We don't have your picture up here. We got to get you on the screen. There you go.
I'm here.
I want to introduce you to Jason Teresco from LS Electric and my daughter Kelly from Murphy Electric. And we're going to do our best. This is our first time ever with a live broadcast to YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And feel free to type your messages in the chat box, and we'll do our very best to answer those questions for you. The overall theme of this particular program this morning is improving your farm efficiency and saving money with absolutely the best electrical products. Now, I want you to open your mind as to what you might be able to do around the farm to better your situation monetarily. So with that end in mind, what I'd like to do is show you a short video. It's not a salesy type thing. It's just to open your mind as to what can be done and some of the methods in which you can use to better your situation. Just a minute here. I want to take this. I'm going to take the names off because I don't like that on the bottom of the movie. So here we go. We're going to show you the movie, and then we'll be back to answer questions and make your comments and questions in the chat box, please. And Jason and Kelly will be monitoring that so we can see what's going to be going on here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start the movie here. Hello and welcome to this short video on how to make better decisions for better electrical results. Improve efficiency while improving your bottom line. My name is Bob Murphy, and I've been in the electrical business now 58 years here in York, Nebraska. I want to share with you several ideas that can save you time and money while making your life easier on the farm. When you look at this farm scene, it doesn't show the true colors of what goes on, the expenses involved. It doesn't show all of the grain handling equipment and the expense involved in the upkeep of it. It doesn't show the many hours of tending the dryer. It doesn't show the expense of the aeration to keep the grain in condition, the many hours or expense of moving the grain into and out of the facility. We can go on, but I think you're getting the idea. So, I'd like to share with you several things that can make your life easier and more affordable on the farm. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors of today's show. We're being brought to you today by Big R, Farm King, and Norby's Farm Stores. Please visit these great folks when you get a chance and take advantage of all the great products they have. For illustration purposes in this short video, I am going to use one 15-horse aeration fan. Assuming you are running one 15-horse aeration fan 24 hours a day to keep your grain in condition, and assuming the average electrical rate is 13 cents per kilowatt hour, the cost would be 11.19 kilowatts multiplied by 13 cents, or approximately $1.46 per hour of operation for $1,051.20 for 30 days. I'm making several assumptions in this calculation. First, I assume full load on the motor being used, which I fully doubt, as most motors are not fully loaded over 90% of the time. Therefore, the power factor will most likely be in the 60% range as opposed to the 85 to 90% range. Here comes the rub, and truthfully, I cannot say how much of the time you will cut back on the amount of CFMs being used by your fan aeration system, because we all have different operating procedures. I can tell you one thing for certain. If you decrease the aeration fan speed by 20%, you will cut back your power consumption by 50%. In our example, that would be $525.60 per month. Not bad if your bins aren't full. You can say you can't do it because you're on single phase. Well, since you brought it up, let's take a look. First of all, most single phase motors of 15 horsepower are wound on 10 horsepower frames. That causes most of them to run hot, which will shorten the life of the motor. Therefore, it's my suggestion that you consider using a three-phase motor on a frame designed for a 15 horse motor and add a variable frequency drive. Yes, it works great. This brings me to the reason for all these facts. We at Murphy Electric LLC and the home of electricalhelper.com would like to see you consider using variable frequency drives around the farm where larger and higher usage motors are currently serving your needs. A variable frequency drive will not only serve your needs better, but will increase the power factor to better than 90% and give you added motor protection. When it comes to grain dryers and their operation, there are as many different configurations as there are people. So it's hard for me to be able to tell you what I would recommend without visiting with you about your specific needs. Having said that, I have a short story I will share with you that should put everything in better perspective. Some folks come to me stating that a motor that I had sold them wasn't doing the job and they wanted a warranty replacement. So I asked them what their problem was. Well, we put your single-phase motor on this discharge dryer conveyor a year and a half ago, and it starts and stops many times an hour, but it give up. The motor was required to start and stop repeatedly to take the grain away from the dryer. Alarm bells are going off in my head. Starting and stopping a single-phase electric motor repeatedly is not a good design. It's not. In my mind, a three-phase motor with a variable frequency drive and an automatic sensor detecting the moisture of the grain, or at worst case, a manual adjustment setting the speed of the motor for a proper discharge rate, would be a far superior approach. Another story. I once installed wiring for a new grain leg at an elevator, and shortly after leaving the site, I was called back because the folks operating the facility had overloaded the leg, which ripped the new belt in two. The facility manager told me I want it fixed so the operator cannot do that again. We then installed a monitor on the leg, limiting the amount of product that could be fed to the leg. to my knowledge, they have never had any more problems. That's just two examples of how variable frequency drives can make your life much easier. Once again, it is time for us to acknowledge our sponsors. We are being brought to you today by Big R, Farm King, and Norby's Farm Stores. Please visit these great folks when you get a chance and take advantage of all the great products they have. Still, another application utilizing a VFD is for slide gates, which are used in many applications, but in our case as an overhead bin discharge for filling trucks. In this case, the operator is using a radio control unit, which can be used from the truck cab along with a closed circuit TV monitor, giving control of the gate to the truck driver. This particular operation fills a semi-trailer in 2 minutes, 35 seconds. The overall theme of this short video is improving efficiency while improving your bottom line. With that in mind, I want to talk to you a minute about replacing the rotophases on your irrigation system with a VFD. VFDs are far more efficient than a rotary phase converter. You can replace your rotary phase converters with a variable frequency efficient drive. As I have already stated, a VFD can take your single phase power and convert it to three-phase power for operating any three-phase motor from a single-phase line. In addition, VFDs have a lot of control features and built-in communications, making it much easier for you. Just in case you happen to be in the hemp business, if you're looking for an easier way to harvest that hemp and get it to market, here is a Class Act ready-made solution for you. The Hempster 2.0, made by my friends at Agri Products in York, Nebraska. Give them a call if you're interested. The VFD shown in this picture is watertight and is converting 240 single phase to 240 three-phase power for a leg motor. The owner told me that the VFD was working out great and that it started his leg slowly as opposed to with a jerk, which is hard on equipment. We want to thank you for watching this short video on how we may be able to help you on the farm. Please let us know if there's anything we can do for you, and be sure and leave your comments and or suggestions below or to the side of this video. Thank you much. So there you have it, folks. Jason's got a smile on his face. What'd you think of that, Jason?
I thought it was very, very interesting, and it has a unique, we have a unique edge in the market there, and hopefully we receive some questions on our product line, or if anybody has anything out there at all, please do chime in on a chat, or Bob, you could unrelease the mics for everybody and they could just talk through the interface.
I don't see anybody in the chat area here on mine, and at the bottom of the page it says can't post messages to some channels. Now what that means, I don't know. I've got to get a hold of these people at Restream and find out. But like I said, this is a first time venture for us. Hopefully we got the message out there, and people will understand what we're trying to convey to them. I I honestly can't see any questions or anything in the chat.
Yeah,
There's
I don't have
nothing.
it either, but anybody out there listening, you could unmute yourself and then you could just verbally ask a question and go online with us here.
I don't know how that works. I have an interface. We use Zoom quite a bit, and in that environment, we can unmute people and let them in. In here, I don't see a way to do it. This is a brand new venture for us. We chose to pick on it because we could get to several audiences, several different platforms in one setting. Don't have to redo it. So what I'm going to do, and I apologize for being so ignorant about this program. I'm going to put up here. First of all, I'm going to show Kelly's email address. Please feel free to contact her with any questions and or comments that you might have regarding this phase of business, this topic of VFDs. You'll find, if you investigate it, that VFDs are going to be, well, they already are, but they're going to come to the forefront in a lot of control. So please keep an open mind. Take a look at what's going on around you. You'll see VFDs in many different applications. They're already used in grain dryers for filling and for discharge. We use them in slide gates to dampen the shock that happens when you slam a gate open or closed. We can slow that operation to the point that we don't jam everything together at the end of travel. The hemp machine I showed you uses VFDs to control the feed rate, the speed of the conveyor. So again, if you're thinking in the terms of, and I am for this program thinking in terms of flow rates for grain, where you have auger discharges and all kinds of things. Yeah, you have to let us know of what your application might be, and we'll try to fit that in. So be sure and send your questions to Kelly, and we'll call that a wrap on that part of it. And or if you don't, if you'd prefer to call her, here's a number that you can use. It's toll free anywhere in the country. Get right into her. And Jason, I did not get your phone number. I apologize. I didn't get it in here. If you would speak up, just give us your contact information.
Okay.
I'd appreciate that. And,
sure. This is Jason Tereska, Tereska. Work out of LS Electric America out of Chicago. Physically located here in Nashville, Tennessee. And my direct mobile number is 615-917-9460.
And armed with that information, I'm hoping that he's going to be sorry that he gave us that phone number.
It doesn't matter. It's not sorry.
We've worked 2 or 3 jobs together, and Jason's a mighty fine guy. The only drawback I see to him is he comes from Nashville. So if you're not If you don't like country music, you're in trouble because
We have other venues down here than country music, but yeah, country's pretty on the list. Yeah.
uh,
Heck, we're even going to get a NASCAR track back now. We're going to have physically NASCAR here by July. So
that's great. That's great. Kelly, I didn't give you a chance to talk very much this morning. I apologize for that. I don't know how that chat thing works yet, so
we just want to make sure
we'll
that
have
we
to investigate this menu and see if we can't get it so we get better communications with folks.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming out and listening to what we have to offer and what we can do to help them save some money. And yeah, if there's any questions at all, we're here to answer those questions. And we're eager to find out what your applications are. And we'll do our best to be a good match for you. Thank you, Jason, for coming out this morning.
sure thing.
Jason, is
pleasure being
there
here.
anything that I'm omitting in the way of being able to help these folks cut their expenses and do a better job of making their equipment run smoother? I don't know whether did I get through to him? Well, anyway, folks, you have a great week, and let us know if we can help you with anything, or if it's just information that you're after, fine. But contact us. We'll give you the information as best we can. Jason, thank you very much. And
Good thing.
on behalf of Murphy Electric, be sure and thank everybody at LS for letting you come and give us a hand with this.
Sure thing, sir. Anytime.
All
We'll be doing
right.
this again. Okay.
All right. Kelly,
Yes.
hang in there. Let me know if you get any questions that you can't handle. And Jason's there to support us. So we'll certainly do whatever we can to make it more beneficial for all the farmers and farming the ag market. All right. Thank you much. And everybody have a great day.
Take her easy.